Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 4 and today we are going to present our proposal entitled Covered Walkway in Mahalah Zaid bin Harithah. So the idea of doing the covered walkway in Mahalah Zaid is because due to the changes of weather in Pagoh area. As a student, it is very important to keep our healthcare, since we need to use our body and mind in learning. And our aims of the project is, the first is to implement the concept of 3R in students' life, to ease the students to work in Mahalah Zaid on rainy days, and to ensure the health of Mahalah Zaid students from getting sick. Next, I will pass to Fatin.
Okay, so for the significance of our project is that first, we want to reduce the wastage of plastic, which is we can encourage the students to use recyclable things to produce a product, which can be related to SDG goals number 12. While the second one of the significance of our project is that we want to, because due to the increased number of students getting sick. So this can be related to SDG goals number 3, which is good health and well-being. So I will pass to the next presenter.
Okay, so this is the problem statement. I will further my problem statement presentation to this supply chain mind map. So first, the problem is started from the ill students, where these ill students become getting migraine, pain, or fever because of the heat directly from the sun. So because why is the student get the sun directly to them is because there is no covered walkway in our mahalah. As you can see, there is no covered walkway in our mahalah, right? Okay. Yes. So because of this no covered walkway in mahalah, the students tend to bring cars to get to ease their day, and they didn't need to go under the sun like other students did. So because of the students bring their own cars, there is an increase of carbon dioxide emission from that car. This carbon dioxide emission has produced high temperature in our surrounding area at Mahalah. So why is this high temperature happen? Is because there is a low number of trees in our Mahalah compound. As you can, as we count the trees, there is only 38 trees, mix of small and medium trees only. After that, if we want to plant new trees, we have to get approval by KLM and MZH and Mahalah Zaid Harithah, also from the Sime Darby properties itself, and there is a fixed budget of our Mahalah Zaid Harithah, and it is not enough for planting new trees. So if we want to do the covered walkway itself, it requires a lot of costing. This costing is come from the manpower and also the materials like zinc, steel and cements. So this covered walkway need a design and construction phase, which this phase require approval by the Sime Darby properties itself, also KLM and Mahalah Zaid Harithah. Yes, they need approval from these two, and Sime Darby and also Kuliah of Language and Management need approval from the Ministry of Rural Development, which is our government itself, to approve the covered walkway for our Mahalah Zaid Harithah. So as you can see here, there is the blue 1cc stands for contributing cost for this project. So the contributing cost, as you can see, the ill students, the absence of covered walkway, the cars, emissions, the small trees and medium, and also the design and the construction. So what we have to focus here is the root cause. The root cause we have found here is the costing fixed budget, which these two budget need to come from the government itself, which is our Ministry of Rural and Development. From our analysis, we found out that the government applied the ideology of individualism and capitalism, which is the individualism itself means they did something for their own benefit, and the capitalism itself, they do something also for the benefit of them itself. So we can see here the government is not doing for the benefits for the students, but benefits for them itself.
On the right, stop onion.
I think that's all for me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Okay, now I will explain the challenge that arise from our main issue, which is the increase of sick students. Next. Okay, so we divided into three aspects, which is social, environment, and economy. So the first one is social. This is one of the questions that we put in our questionnaire, which is how often the student gets sick due to the heat. So from this, the challenge that arise because of this increased sick numbers, the students are able to come to the class. They don't have the energy to focus. They cannot.
This is a good question.
They cannot give full concentration on the lecture, so they are able to come to the class. So other than that, it will also slow down they will also slow down group assignment, and they will also struggling with due dates. Next, and then for economy, when student cannot come to the class, it will waste their education fee based on our course, which is tourism management. One semester is 660 ringgit. As we have divided all the other costs, if the students skip one class, they will lose 235 ringgit. And also, when they get sick, this is another question that we put in our questionnaire. These are the signals that they experience from the heat. They will need to bear medical costs. Next. So not for the medical costs now, this due to the current situation, also COVID-19, they are required before they can do the checkup for the disease. They need to do the swab test, and this is the cost of one swab test. It can go up to 150. Next. Last but not least, in environment, of course, as mentioned by Suaidah, they because of big number of transportation, they will also increase in carbon dioxide emission that will lead to air pollution. So we take Myvi, Azia, and motorcycle as these are the majority of transportation in Mahala. So as you can see, the number of the number of carbon dioxide emitted by Myvi is 144 gram per kilometer. Next. For Azia, as you can see at the below, CO2 emission is 135 gram per kilometer. And last but not least, this is for the motorcycle. Alright, so I'll pass to the next presenter.
Okay, next for the recommendation, as you guys know that we want to make a covered walkway at Mahala Zaid bin Haritha. And from the questionnaire that we made, 40 respondents have agreed to build this walkway. And for this walkway, the material that will be used is that first is plastic, secondly is bamboo, thirdly is plastic bottle and nails, because it is easier to be get. Because plastic bottle, there are high number of students use plastic bottles to keep their drinking water. And for the plastic and nails, for the plastic, one roll of plastic is 24 ringgit and 50 cents. And for the nails, one box of nails is 70 ringgit. And for the bamboo, we can get at nearer village, such as Kampung Serong, Bukit Gambir.
Can you get for free or you have to pay?
For that, like we can have a community engagement with the villagers to strengthen our bond, so that we will get their trust, and from there we will ask for their permissions to get the bamboo. So I will pass to the next presenter.
So next, so this is the sketch plan of our
Detail lah.
covered walkway. So the the height of the covered walkway is 120 inch and the width of the covered walkway is 80 inch. Next. So, as you guys wondering, how are we going to build the covered walkway? So we will use students' manpower to build the covered walkway, as we want to reduce the budget from using labor worker. So
What would be the benefit of that?
so for the benefit of using students' manpower itself, students that involved in the construction will learn will learn some skills such as measurement skills and construction skills. So for the covered walkway, we will so for the process we will attach three layers of plastic using nails. With at the top and the bottom of the plastic and as you can see in my left it will be like that. So for our recommendation, we are planning to do by stages, since I know this construction and planning will take a long period of time because we use students' manpower, and I believe that students are very busy with their classes and assignments. So we will have proper planning and we will do it continuously on every step. So for the stage 1, we will build from cafe to mahalla, as you can see on the yellow line. And for the stage 2, we will build from one block to one block. And it is in the red line. And for the stage 3, we will build from the block to cafe, which is in the blue line. And the last stage is the final stage and the longest stages that we will take, because we want to build from Mahalla Zaid to KLM, which is we will use the back road. As you know, there is a back road. Small gate on the back of the cafe, kan? Of the back of the cafe. So we will use that road to build our covered walkway from the Mahalla to the KLM. So next.
Okay.
So that's all from my group.
Okay, questions? Question, who's in charge? Quickly. Question?
First question. Before this, there is no walkway and students choose their other initiative to use umbrella. So what is the significance of this project when have an initiative that students use it?
So basically, from the economic perspective, we can reduce the cost of buying the umbrella when there is the covered walkway.
Not a lot of students that we always bring their umbrella in the bag. So this is one of the way that the student can use, they can initiative if there is rain to move from one place to another place.
For the next question,
I'm sorry.
For the next question.
based on my research on Google,
Can you speak louder, please?
if we use bamboo roof, we have to supervise on it every 5 to 8 years. So, for you're using bamboo as the pole, right? So for the pole, do you have any maintenance cost or something? And who will supervise the pole after you do it?
Okay, so I will answer this question. Okay, for the time being, for this proposal, the best solution we can get is the bamboo itself, because bamboo is famous for the durability. But for the for the future, our project itself is for the continuous of the next semester and next student to take these subjects. So the maintenance and the new research and development choose student because we believe that sustainability require a lot of time, and it will not call sustainability if there is no continuous research and development. Research and development, and the maintenance itself, we can't get rid of it because even with use zinc, there is also maintenance, and a higher maintenance we require.
So the next question is, I want to ask about the durability of your pool. So you said that you will build the walkway, including the small gate to KLM also, right? So how do you ensure? Do you have any guarantee that the bamboo pole will last longer? Even though you said like it has a very long durability, right? For 20 years plus something. But how do you ensure that it is strong enough as steel or cement that we usually use? Especially when you want to put it outside, like even in the mahala, or even when you want to build it to KLM, it will cross the road and so on, right? So it will expose to the extreme weather as well. So how do you guarantee it? And what if the pole is not stable and cause accidents to the students under it while they are under it? How do you ensure that?
Good question.
Okay, so to answer your question just now, first of all, we will be using UV durable protection plastic, which it can be found in shops. And for the durability of the covered walkway, right? So we can guarantee that it will last forever. But as the time goes by, and as mentioned by Suaidah just now, there will always be research and development to keep the walkway strength, and so that student can use it for a longer period of time.
Next.
Okay, next question. As you said that your project need a lot of time. Every semester you continuously do the project, right? So what makes you think student will contribute to build the project? As you said that you need student manpower, right? Because I think student have classes, assignment and programs, right? So what makes you think student will like us will participate and contribute to it?
That's where the student representative will came, where we will try to work together with them. We have student union, we have MRC, we have KLMSS. So these are the organization that will always change tenure to tenure. So that is one of the way that the student will always, okay, for I take the easy example. How does the surau maintain its cleanliness if as you said they are cleaner, but we as a student have to play part to make sure the surau is clean. So it's the same thing as the rooftop, because as the walkway is for their own use. So they if they want that to last, if they want the walkway to benefit themselves, they have to contribute. And as I mentioned before, there is a student representative that will make ensure the continuity of this project.
Next.
So last question. So you mentioned that the material is easy to found, like bamboo, plastic bottles and plastics, right? So yes, it is easy to found, but to build this walkway, realistically need cost, right? So how much is the cost, roughly?
Okay, so to build this covered walkway, I don't say that we don't use any cost, but it's lower than we build the fancy walkway as we can see at the outside of our KLM, right? So based on our interview with one of the lecturer in KLM, she said that if we want to build a normal walkway with the zinc and the cement, it will cost 150,000 for each 200 meters. So if we want to build in all area of Mahalah, it will cost more money, and I believe that it will be impossible to be done. So we propose to do the covered walkway using bamboos, plastic and plastic bottles because it use little cost. So as the plastic, as mentioned by Fatin just now, for each roll, it only costs 24 ringgit and 50 cent, and for the nails, it only costs 70 ringgit per box. And for the plastic, okay, I have calculate the budget for the stage 1, and for the stage 1, we only use 6 rows of the plastic, and only half quantity of nails in the box. So the balance of the nails, we still can use it to the next stage.
Roughly, how much did you put? Do you have any rough calculation somewhere? Roughly 100, 200, 300. Stage 1. Talk about stage 1 first, because this is a long term.
Roughly for the stage 1?
Yeah.
For the stage 1, we only use around 300. 300.
Yes.
Then where do you get the fund?
Huh?
Where do you get the money from? Do you work for it? Do you self-fund or do you ask for sponsor?
Okay, as you can see, there is a lot of programs we did in our campus and in our mahalah. So we just to see from these programs, there is fees like this night there is theaters we go, and there is ticket from them. Okay, these clubs and these representative should do the programs, and there is the fees, and from the fees we can get a little budget from there. Also, we can get sponsorship because this is not only for the benefit of student, and it also benefit for the staff, and also this proposal this project can be brought to any awards. So doesn't IIUM will give a little bit budget to make sure this proposal to go for the name of IIUM itself.
Any more questions?
So maybe in the future you can calculate the cost is 300 ringgit. What is the benefit? How many people will not get sick? How many people will reduce not get sick usually? How many people will not use the car? How many carbon monoxide will be reduced? How many carbon monoxide will be reduced from the motor, MyV, Asia? So that one lah. Put the cost one side, put the benefit on the other side. That's how you convince people.